Hi everyone, and welcome to today's Greenstone webinar, which we're pleased to present as part of Climate Week NYC 2022. Today we'll be going through and taking a look at ESG reporting in 2022, why it matters and where to start. So for today's 30-minute session, I'm your presenter, David Wynn. I'm the Chief Product Officer at Greenstone. And we'll be taking a look at a few key areas. So the growing demand for ESG data collection, analysis, and reporting. We'll also have a look at who and what is driving ESG disclosure in today's markets. A look at some of the benefits of sustainability reporting and what's driving reporting today. A quick look at some of the practical tips on where to start if you're new to this space. And then finally, we'll close out with how technology can enable accurate and robust ESG data collection. So quite a lot to cover in today's 30-minute session. And we have a lot of attendees on from all over the world, which is great to see. Please do send through any questions using the GoToWebinar chat box. Send any questions through, ideas, thoughts, then we will get back to you on anything that's sent through as part of the follow-up from the webinar. Great. So for those that are not as familiar with Greenstone, we are an award-winning ESG and sustainability software company. We provide software solutions to organizations to help them better aggregate, analyze, and report their ESG data from within their business, within their supply chains, and within their portfolios. So kicking off, I just thought we would start by setting the scene on some of the key trends and sort of where we are in 2022 when it comes to this ever-changing, very quick world of ESG and sustainability reporting. So according to McKinsey, up to $5 trillion annually will be invested in sustainability in 2025. So no surprises there in terms of what we're seeing in terms of the movement of capital towards ESG and sustainability. And that's trickling through in terms of people searching for ESG, consumers and customers engaging increasingly within this type of data, and it being driven from investors as well. And we'll have a closer look at some of the trends within the investor space in a moment, because that is really driving a lot of the activity when it comes to the world of ESG reporting that we're now working in. It's also important to, obviously, with Climate Week in New York, to talk about the US Securities and Exchange Commission. So earlier this year, they released a proposal for public companies to begin reporting on their carbon emissions and reductions progress alongside financial information. So whilst proposed, that's obviously setting the scene for businesses in the US to be more required to report this information rather than it being something which is optional. And for a long time, other geographies globally have had much more when it comes to legislation and requirements around reporting. Greenstone's been around 15 years. So our incubation was at the time of mandatory reporting in the UK, and other frameworks and reporting like SFDR and EU legislation is also driving wider global momentum when it comes to the more required angle around this type of reporting. The other thing is the continued momentum of the TCFD, so the Task Force for Climate-Related Financial Disclosure. So whilst driving reporting on its own in terms of its own existence as a framework, it's also being leveraged by the SEC and other countries and stock exchanges as a way to structure how companies should think about disclosing climate-related financial risks and opportunities. And then just a final point there to highlight some key numbers when it comes to the amount of companies that are now reporting and publishing ESG reports. So widespread across the S&P 500 and the Russell 1000 there, in terms of now becoming the norm in terms of including this information in either standalone reports or embedding it within financial disclosures as well.